Let's take a look at the life cycle of a project. We have one already set up on this demonstration system, so let's look at this one. First of all, we select the client and we go to the project list for this particular client. The first step is to insert the project, and then secondly we want to create the tasks for this project. You see here the tasks are already in existence for this kitchen renovation project. These tasks were created with the aid of a template. You have the ability to set up as many templates as you wish. Templates meaning the tasks that you might do on a regular basis. And the reason why we do this is because it makes the process of setting up projects and quoting new jobs a lot quicker and simpler. So for example, the kitchen renovation template has these tasks included in it, and these can be added to or subtracted at any time by using the insert and delete keys. So at any time when we want to utilize a template, we simply click on the Use button. So that's how we achieved these tasks, but also we needed an extra one. So sequence 60 was added by simply inserting a new task. We can utilize multiple templates on any project, and we can add and delete any other tasks as we wish. Once we have the budgeted tasks for a project, we then want to update the details. So for example, in this case, we have a labour task of repairing and replacing the floor. The supplier is ourselves because this is an employee of ours, and this is the employee that will be doing the work. This is his charge out rate. The quantity, in this case per square metre, to give us a total cost ex GST. We can also update the start date and finish date of this activity, the current status, and when that status was last updated. If we want to include more details on the quotation, we can simply enter it here. Ensure that we want to include the task note on the quote and save those details. So now, as we return to our projects list, we can now produce this quote because we have the activities and the quantities and the rates associated with this project already entered. So yes, let's produce this quote and update the quote date. So here is our quote. These are all of the tasks and the costs as we have in our list of tasks, and as we see, more details about this task has been output here because that was some notes that we also wanted to include as this quote went to the client. By using the printer setup, we can output this quote to a printer or to a PDF writer, And once a PDF has been created, we can then email this quote to the client. The next stage of this project is for the client to give us the go-ahead and proceed, and at this stage we want to activate this project. The activation process takes these tasks and creates another set of actual tasks. We can see those in isolation by simply selecting actual. And these actual tasks then become the to-do list for the staff involved. So, for example, the purchase of benches by JNH has finished, so that is no longer on the to-do list over here. However, the subcontract plumbing for JNH is still a task due for the 2nd of the 6th. We can update these tasks at any time to say, for example, this task has been completed and it was completed on this date. It is now 100%, and as we save those details, that item is removed from my to-do list. Once we have the project set up and we have the staff assigned to all of the tasks, then we want to review the staff utilization. So on the reports menu, the staff utilization report will show us between any range of dates, and let's say we choose from the 19th of May to the 31st of May. These are the tasks for the staff. So each employee is listed and all of the projects that they're working on at any one time. On this report we can see the start and finish date of each activity. We can see the duration of the report from the 19th of the 5th to the 31st of the 5th, and these markings represent days. We can see when a task is started earlier than the report or finishes later than the report date. And we can also see when a task is in the future. So in this way we can see that there is an overlap of duties for this staff member, and we may choose to adjust one or more of these tasks to be for another employee. Now, during the life of the project, we add our timesheet entries and we add our actual project details for our subcontract and material purchases, and these all come together in our report of budget versus actual. So in this report we see for all of these tasks, these were the budgeted amounts and these are the actual amounts completed, and we also have room for the committed but unfinished tasks, and this is currently a 0 amount. So at this stage we are still under budget.